Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we will start with chapter or tutorial number 2, the derivatives. This is very important chapter. Okay, so we will start in this week with this chapter, and inshallah, next week we will finish all subjects for this chapter. Okay, we have slope. How can find the slope? How can find the equation of the line? How can find the tangent line, the derivatives, limit or derivative by limit, some application of derivatives, and so on. Okay. Now, in general, the real line denoted by y equal mx plus b, where the m is the slope, and b y-intercept. B-y-intercept. This is 0b, the point y-intercept 0b. Look at this example. Here we have 3 slope and denoted by m, and the y-intercept equal -4. The point of y-intercept 0, -4. What's the meaning y-intercept? Y-intercept mean this is x and this is y. Okay, at -4 we have intersection point between the line. Okay, the line y equal 3x minus 4. Okay, and the y-axis. So this is y-intercept, the intersection point between the line and y-axis. This is the y-intercept. Okay. Now look at this. We have the 3 line parallel. Look at, if we have parallel, we have the same slope. The slope for the first line 2, the second line 2, and the third line 2. But we have different lines, but parallel. Okay. Now look at the -1. This is the y-intercept. Y-intercept -1 for the first line. For the second, we don't have b, so the slope 0. Oh, sorry, the y-intercept 0, because we can put it +0. At the third point, the third line, we have y-intercept at 1. Look at this. This is the y-intercept. So if we have negative coefficient of x like this, this is the slope also, -2, -2, -2, and different y-intercept 0 and 1. We have 4 cases. In general, we have 4 cases. I need a new slide to put it the 4 cases. For the line. Sometimes we have increasing, decreasing, horizontal, and vertical. Okay, this is the line. Wait, some student need to. Okay, again. If we have increasing line, so the equation y equal mx plus b, and the slope here m greater than 0, and the y-intercept this point b, this point. So we have y-intercept b and slope, but the slope positive greater than 0, because the line from left to right increasing. If we have line from left to right decreasing, so the equation y equal mx plus b, but m less than 0, and this is the y-intercept b. If we have horizontal line at the y-intercept b, the equation in general y equal b. We don't have x because the slope equals 0. If we have horizontal line, the slope equal 0. So 0 multiply x, so we need to remove term in x. So we have only y equal b. This is the equation, okay? And the last one, if we have x-intercept, we don't have y-intercept. X-intercept at A, so the equation x equal A. This is the vertical line. Okay. What's the slope value in the fourth line, the vertical line? Okay. 0. 0 if we have horizontal, but no slope. Good. The slope m is undefined. The slope is undefined. So we have slope positive or negative, 0, and undefined. Okay, this is the fourth cases for any slope. Okay. Now, how can find the slope from the equation? Sometimes we have the equation of the line and we need to find the slope of the equation. For example, if we have some equation and need to find the slope and y-intercept of the following straight line. Number 1, y equal 5x minus 3. Number 2, y equal 6 minus, or sorry, maybe put it 3y equal 6 minus 12x. And number 3, 2x minus 6y equal, for example, 8. And we need to find the y-intercept and the slope. Now, for the first equation, what's the value of slope? For the first equation, the value of slope equal what? Good, 5. So the slope m equal 5. And the y-intercept, point equal negative 3. So 0, negative 3, or negative 3. If we need to point, 0, negative 3. We need y-intercept, negative 3, okay? Now, the second, what's the value of slope? The second equation. Negative 4, 6, negative 4. We need to convert the equation in general, we need to convert the equation in the form like this: y with coefficient 1. So the right hand side, the coefficient of x equal the slope and the constant equal the y-intercept. So must be y in the left hand side with the coefficient 1. Okay, so cannot put it the slope equal coefficient of x, this is equal negative 12. This is incorrect. Okay, 6 also incorrect. We need firstly to convert the equation in the form y equal. Okay, so to solve this one, firstly 3y equal 6 minus 12x must be divided over 3. All terms over 3 over 3 over 3. So we have y equal 2 minus 4x. So we can now find the slope from the equation. The slope m equal negative 4 and the y-intercept equal 0 and 2. Okay. Also in the in the third equation, the equation number 3, we have 2x minus 6y equal 8. So firstly move the 2x to another side, so we have minus 6y equal 8 minus 2x. Now we need to divide by negative 6, so we have over negative 6 over negative 6 over negative 6. We have y equal negative 4 over 3 plus x over 3. After simplify, negative 2 over negative 6, positive 1 over 3. Okay. Now the slope equal what? What's the coefficient of x? 1 over 3. 1 over 3. Good. And the y-intercept equal 0 and negative 4 over 3. Another equation, number 4, y equal negative 7. Number 5, x equal number 11. Number 6, 5y equal 3 minus x over 2. Also, we need to find the slope and y-intercept. The equation number 4, the slope equal what here? If we have y equal negative 5, the slope equals 0. If we have y equal constant, this is horizontal, so the slope directly equal 0. And the y-intercept 0 and negative 7. Okay. In the in the equation number 5, the slope equal what? Undefined. Undefined. And the y-intercept not exist. غير موجودة. ما في عندنا. Why it's open loop? The answers. What's the meaning open loop? This is point, not interval. This is point, okay? Not interval. This is x coordinate and y coordinate. This is the point, okay? Number 6. Number 6. Firstly, divide by 5 because we need 5 alone in the left-hand side. So divide by 5. So we have y equal 3 minus x over 2, and we have 5, so we have 10 in denominators. Okay. Now we can distribute the denominator on numerators. Okay. So we have y equal 3 over 10 minus x over 10. So the slope m equal minus 1 over 10, and the y-intercept 0 and 3 over 10. Okay. Okay. Any question? Any question? Any question about the slope and y-intercept? Okay, now also we can find the slope from the 2 point on the line. We can find the slope if we have 2 point or given 2 point on the line. Okay, what's the page you are in? Page number what? Page number what? This is different page because I insert some slide, empty slide, okay, blank slide. So in your page different, maybe remove 3. So we will start with the page number 8 or 9, okay? Now, if we have 2 point on the line, wait, I need a slide. Wait. يا آخر الرقم 900، ما أعرف، مش ظاهر عندي اسمك. لحظة أشوف. أنا جاوبتك. ليش نستخدم هذا؟ قلت لك بوينت، نقطة. هذه نقطة، إحداثيات النقطة ما في لها أقواس، أشكال، أقواس. قوس العادي. أوكي. هذه مو انترفال، مو فترة إنه والله من إلى، لا، هذه نقطة إحداثيات إكس وفي عندي إحداثيات واي. دائما بنحط القوس هذا. تمام. جاوبتك بس يا عبد الله. أكثر من مرة سألتني وجاوبتك أكثر من مرة. ميز بين النقطة والفترة يا عبد الله. أنا أسألك أنت تميز بين النقطة والفترة. الفترة هذه تعبير عن مجموعة أرقام من إلى، هذه الفترة. أما النقطة لا، هي أحداثيات إكس وواي. تمام. كيف طلع 3/10 في المثال؟ وين أي مثال؟ أوكي هنا 3/10. وزعنا 10 على البسط على 3 وعلى إكس. وزعنا الإكس سوري 10 على الإكس and 3. أوكي. Look at this. If we have 2 points, x1, y1, and x2 and y2, this is 2 points, we can find the slope of the line by using this formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if given 2 points, we can use these 2 points to find the slope of the line. Okay. Now, example about this one. Okay, wait. Example. Find the slope of the line that passes through the points. Number 1, if we have, for example, 2, 10, and 4, and negative 12. Number 2, negative 2 and 3. The second point, negative 2 and negative 6. Number 3, negative 3 and 5, and 0 and 5. Okay, so we have 3 pairs of points on the line, and we need to find the slope of the line. We can put it this one, x1 and y1, and this is x2 and y2. Also, we can, another student put it 2 and 10, x2, y2, and 4 or negative 12, x1, y1. This is no problem. We have the same answer. Okay. Now, the slope equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the slope equal y2 negative 12 minus y1 10 over 4 minus 2. So we have negative 22 over 2. So the slope equal negative 11. Okay. Negative 11. Number 2. To find the slope, if we have this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So we have negative 6 minus 3 over negative 2 minus negative 2 also. So this is equal negative 9 over 0 because we have negative 2 plus 2. So this is defined or undefined? Not 0. 0 if we have a fraction 0 over number, but number over 0, this is undefined. So this is undefined. If we draw the line, we can find this line is vertical. This is line vertical. Look at this. If we have xy plane, this is x and this is y, and the point at negative 2, we have 3, for example. This is the first point, minus 2, 3. And we have at 6, another point, minus 2 and negative 6. Look at this line. This is vertical. Vertical line undefined. Okay. Now, the exercise number 3, the slope equal, if we have, this is x1, y1, x2, y2, we have 5 minus 5 over 0 minus negative 3. So we have 0 over 3. What's the value 0 over 3? The slope equal what? Equal 0. If we draw this line, we can find the line horizontal from this is the second point, 0, 5, 3, another 3, 5. Look at this. This is horizontal line. So the slope equal 0. Okay. Any question? Any question? هل الصوت واضح؟ هل الصوت واضح؟ لو طالب قال لي يس ولا واضح، إذا مش عندي المشكلة. تمام؟ فقط. فدبر عمرك وانت ظبط النت عندك وحاول تكون، واللي ممكن النت حواليك لانه المدارس لغايه الان ما قفلت، ولغايه الان في مدارس الخاصه والى اخره، فممكن يكون عندك مشكله في النت. انا موصل النت بسلك وليس وايرلس، بسلك موصله على اللابتوب، تمام، عشان ما يكون في اي تقطيع. طيب نرجع لموضوعنا. ورجاء من الآن فصاعدا أي واحد يقول له الصوت مو واضح من يدبر عمره هو. طيب. Now we can find the equation of the line if we have the point and the slope. If we have the point on the line and the slope of the line. Okay. Why? Okay. قبل ما هذا نشوف الأسئلة. المثال الثاني، ما هو المثال الثاني يا ايش في المثال الثاني؟ المثال الثاني عوضنا ارقام، طلع عندي سالب 9 على 0. سالب الصفر في المقام undefined، بس هذه انتهى. ارقام يعني احنا حسابات، انا مش شايف في شيء مشكله يعني. طيب how we take the slope number. how do we take the slope number؟ السؤال مش واضح. كيف ناخذ رقم ميل؟ ايش هذا؟ هين نحسبه، هين نحسبه بعد التبسيط. اللي ما بيعرف يستخدم، ما بيعرف يقسم ويطرح، يستخدم الآلة الحاسبة. Why is the second undefined? Undefined because we divide over 0. أنت استخدم الآلة الحاسبة، قسم سالب 9 على 0. شوف بتطلع لك الآلة الحاسبة، بيطلع لك مات ايرور. هل مسموح الصفر يكون في المقام؟ أنت ما كنت مع المحاضرة الماضية واللي قبليها؟ ممنوع نقسم على 0. طيب okay, the slope, we can find the slope by this formula. This is formula. Already mentioned about this formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If we have 2 points, if we given 2 points on the line, we can find the slope of the line. Okay. Now, look at this. If given the slope and the point, this is given. Okay. هذا معطى معنا slope and point. So we can use this formula to find the equation of the line. The equation of the line, we can find it by this formula. Okay, I put some exercise about this. Wait. So, I mean, if we have line and given on the line the point x1 and y1 and the slope m, so the equation of the line we can write by y minus y1 equal mx minus x1. This is the equation of the line. Okay, so any line, we need to find the equation of this line. We must know the point and the slope of this line. Okay, the first example, find an equation of the line that, number one, passes through the point for example minus 10 and 2 with a slope for example m equal minus 3. Okay, we need to find the equation of this line. Now, any line given the slope and point, we can find the equation of this line. So the slope equal negative 3, the point 10, negative 10 and 2, this is x1 and y1. Okay, now the equation y minus y1 equal mx minus x1. So we need to substitute m here, x1 here, and y1 here to find this equation. Okay, now y minus 2 equal negative 3x minus negative 10. So now we have y minus 2 equal, multiply negative 3 with x, we have negative 3x. Negative 3 multiply 10, because negative 10, 10, positive 10. Multiply by negative 3, negative 30. Now, the last step, move the negative 2 to another side. So we have negative 3x and minus 30 plus 2. So we have negative 28. This is the equation of the line. Good, ya Umar. Okay. Any question? Any question? أرد أعيد، مع إني المفروض ما أعيد. المفروض تنتبه إذا في نقطة مو فاهمها تقول لي عنها إنه هذه مش مفهومة. تمام؟ ما بصير أعيد مثال كامل. في عندي بكون معطى نقطة وميل، 3 أرقام بنعوضهم. في الميل هنا والواي 1 هنا بنعوضها والإكس 1 بنعوضها هنا. صعبة؟ والله ما هي صعبة. 3 أرقام x1 بنحطها مكانها والy1 مكانها والm مكانها. الثلاث قيم هذول عندي الm وعندي الx1 وعندي الy1، وهذا معطى بالسؤال. هي بعدين عمليات حسابية، فك أقواس، انقل رقم عشان السمبليفاي، تبسيط يعني. اوكي. The second example about this. Number 2, passes through the points 0, for example, and 5, and 2 and -3, like this. So we need to find the equation of the line passes through 2 points. So we don't have here the slope, only we have not 1 point, we have 2 points. But to write the equation of the line, we need to give in point and the slope. So how can find the equation of the line? To find the equation of the line, we must have the slope and the point. Okay, the point x1 and y1. Okay, and substitute y minus y1 equal m multiply x minus x1. So we have 2 points. Okay, but we don't have the slope here. So how can find the slope? Yes, we can find the slope by putting the formula m equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and this is x1 y1 and this is x2 and y2. So we have -3 minus 5 over 2 minus 0. So the slope equal -8 over 2. So we have -4. So the slope equal what? -4. The slope equal -4. And we can use any point, 0, 5 or 2 minus 3, no problem. We can use any point, okay? Now, substitute y1 equal what? 5. Substitute m -4, substitute x1, this is equal 0. Okay, substitute x1, substitute y1, and substitute m equal -4. Now y minus 5 equal -4x. So we have y equal -4x plus 5. This is the equation of the line. في أحد لسه ما دخل ندخله. Okay. شكرا على التنبيه. طيب. Any question? Any question? Okay. Now return to the 2 points for parallel and perpendicular. Now, if we have 2 lines parallel, like this, we have L1 and L2 and M1 and M2. L means line 1, line 2, and M1, this is the slope for line 1, M2, the slope of the line 2. Okay, if line 1 and line number 2 are parallel, if L1 and L2 are parallel, so we can conclude that M1 must be equal M2. Any 2 line parallel must be the slope have the same slope. إذا كان في عنا parallel متوازيين سواء مستقيمين أو 3 أو 10 مستقيمات متوازية، هذا معناه إنه كلهم إلهم نفس السلوب. ممكن يكون مش نفس اللاين بس نفس السلوب. أوكي، يعني زي مثلا الأرضية اللي أنت واقف عليها السلوب تبعها 0 لأنها أفقي، صح؟ والسقف تبعك برضه أفقي، السلوب تبعه 0 لكن البوزيشن يختلف، هذا تحت هذا فوق، يختلف معادلاتهم، لكن هم فعليا لهم نفس السلوب، فهم بارلل. الأرضية اللي أنت واقف عليها، السقف اللي أنت واقف عليه، هم بارلل لبعض، لهم نفس السلوب مثلا. أوكي. And if we have perpendicular to line, perpendicular mean what? Mean we have two intersection with angle right angle. عندهم يعني L1 اللي له slope M1 and L2 have slope M2 are perpendicular. L1 and L2 perpendicular if we have right angle between them. كان زاوية التقاطع بيناتهم 90 درجة، أي بما معناه عندنا إحنا بنقول متعامدان. Now if L1 and L2 are perpendicular, then M1 multiply M2 لو نضرب ال 2 slope must be equal -1. This means if we have M2 we can find M1 by -1 over M2. If we have M2 إذا كان عندنا سلوب لأحد الخطوط المتعامدة، السلوب الآخر كيف نوجده؟ -1 over the M2. Okay. For example, if M2 equal مثلا 2, so the M1 equal what? -1 over 2. Okay. Must be the product equal -1. لازم لما نضربهم يكون الناتج -1 سالب 1. Okay. That's the perpendicular to line. Okay. Example about the perpendicular and وبعدها ناخذ بريك صلاة، ناخذ example على الباراليل وعلى البيربنديكولار، بعدها راح نتوقف لبريك صلاة قبل ما ندخل بالموضوع الجديد. ناخذ example for the parallel line. Number 3, example number 3. Find the equation of the line that passes through the point -1 and -3 and parallel to the line 5y plus 10x minus 3 equal 0. Now also if we need to find the equation of the line, we must have the slope and the point x1 and y1. The point already given -1 and -3. Okay, and we need to find y minus y1, the equation, write the equation. So this is the equation, so we must have the slope. How can find the slope? Look at this given in example. We given the line, we need to find the equation of this line that parallel for what? For this line. بدنا نكتب معادلة مستقيم هو معطى معنا انه هو parallel لمستقيم اخر. اوكي. اذا اوجدنا ميل المستقيم الاخر اذا هو يمتلك نفس السلوب of the parallel to line are the same. So from this line, 5y plus 10x minus 3 equals 0. So we have 5y equal negative 10x plus 3. By divide by 5, we have y equal negative 10 over 5 plus 3 over 5. By divide the equation over 5. So the y equal minus 2x plus 3 over 5. We can conclude that the slope equal what? Minus 2. So we have the slope negative 2 that parallel to our line we needed to find the equation. So this is have the same slope. Okay, have the same slope. Now we can find the equation y minus y1 negative 3 equal m negative 2 x minus negative 1. So we have y plus 3 equal negative 2x and negative 2. Move 3 to another side, so we have y equal negative 2x minus 5. Okay, any question? Any question? Now okay. طيب هذا بالنسبة للباراليل. ناخذ مثال على البيربنديكولار عشان ناخذ بريك بعديها ونبدأ بموضوع جديد عشان نختم هذا الموضوع. Number 4 passes through the point negative 6 and 5 and perpendicular to the line (3y) equal 5 minus 6x. This is the same, but here perpendicular. So we need to conclude the slope from the given perpendicular line. Also, we need to find the slope firstly, and given x1 and y1, this is value minus 6 and 5. After that, we can find the equation of the line. Okay, now we have 3y equal 5 minus 6x. By divide over 3, y equal 5 over 3 minus 6x over 3. So we have y equal 5 over 3 and negative 2x. So the slope of perpendicular negative 2. Now the slope of the first line or our line, this is equal what? Minus 1 over m2. So this is minus 1 over negative 2. So we have 1 over 2. Okay. Now we can conclude the slope 1 over 2, and now we can find the equation of our line. This is y minus 5 equal half multiplied by x minus negative 6. So y minus 5 equal half x and half multiply positive 6 equal 3. Move the negative 5 to another side, so we have y equal half x plus 8. This is the equation. ليه اخترنا الام 2 اللاين الثاني؟ هذا اللاين الاول اللي بدنا نوجد معادلته وهو بيربنديكولار لهذا. عادي هي ام 1 وام 2 هي يعني إذا كان أنت بدك توجد M2 هي -1 على M1، وإذا بدك توجد M1 هي -1 على M2. هاي أسماء. هو بالنهاية في عندي 2 لاين. اللاين الأول ما عندي السلوب تبعه، اللاين الثاني اللي هو بيربنديكولار له السلوب تبعه -2. إذا شو اللاين الأول؟ هم بيربنديكولار يعني -1 على الثاني. أوكي، سواء استخدمنا هذه أو هذه ما في مشكلة. لأنها بيربنديكولار، ما أخذت قيمتين للميل لأنه بيربنديكولار. ما انتبهتوا على اللي كتبته هنا؟ ويت هنا هذه إذا كان عندي 2 لاين بيربنديكولار، هذه 2 لاين بيربنديكولار، كيف بوجد؟ أهم شيء إنه حاصل ضربهم يكون -1. إذا عندي واحد -2 الثاني شو لازم يكون؟ بس هذه هي لازم يكون إذا كانوا بيربنديكولار لازم يكون حاصل ضرب الميلين -1. طب واحد منهم -2 كيف بدنا نطلع الثاني؟ بأي طريقة بدك تطلعه. فهو نص، لأنه نص ضرب -2 بيعطيني -1. أوكي، لازم أهم شيء حاصل ضربهم -1. طب أنا عندي هذا، كيف أطلع هذا؟ يعني -1 على الM2. أنا عندي هذا اللي هو الM1، كيف أطلع M2؟ يعني -1 على M1، وهكذا. أنت حر، هذه أسماء أنت بتسميها. أنا واحد سميته M1 أو لاين 1 أو لاين 2، هذا أنت. تمام؟ Okay. For the first one, how can find the derivative of the 6x squared minus 3 multiply radical x squared plus 1 all to the power 4? Okay. Now, the solution f prime صوت واضح بس نتأكد الصوت واضح. Okay. Okay, f of x equal, we have brackets all to the power 4, put in the 4, multiply by 6x squared minus 3 radical x squared plus 1, new power equal 3, and this is multiply with the derivative inside the brackets. The derivative inside the brackets, what the derivative? 6x squared, this is equal 12x minus, we have 3, okay, multiply by the derivative inside the radical, we have 2x over the 2 multiplied by radical x squared plus 1. Here we can remove 2 with 2, so we have in numerator 3x over radical. After simplify, we can also multiply 4 with 12 and 3. So we have 48x minus 12x over the radical x squared plus 1. All of these multiply by 6x squared minus 3 multiply radical x squared plus 1 all to the power 3. Okay. Any question? Chapter 2 يا معاد عفوا. Chapter 2. Okay, the second one. If we have radical, the f prime equal, in denominator 2 multiply the same roots, 7x to the power 3 minus 2 multiplied by 2x plus 1 all to the power 5. In numerators equal, what's the derivative? 7x to the power 3. This is 21x squared minus multiply 5 with 2, so we have 10, 2x plus 1 to the power 4, and the derivative of inside the brackets 2x plus 1 equal 2. Also we can doing more simplified by multiply 10 with 2. Okay, so this is equal to multiply radical 7x to the power 3 minus 2, 2x plus 1 all to the power 5, and in numerator we have 21x squared minus 20 multiplied by 2x plus 1 all to the power 4. Okay, any question? شاهد ما تطلعش ليش يا شاهد؟ الكل شايف يعني الخلل من عندك يا شاهد. حاولي تطلع وترد تدخلي. الصوت واضح؟ آخر مرة أسأل، الصوت واضح؟ الشاشة واضحة؟ Everything it's okay? Yes or no? Okay. طيب. Now we have the tangent line. The tangent line. What's the meaning tangent line? Tangent line like this. Tangent line. If we have xy plane, okay, and f of x like this, this is f of x. We have point, we have point A and FLA. This point A and FLA. In A and FLA, we have tangent line like this. For example, like this. This is tangent line. Have intersect with f of x in the point at the point A and FLA. Okay. This is tangent line have a slope m. If we need to find the slope of tangent line or slope of f of x at x equal a, this is the same. So the slope of the tangent line, okay, slope of the tangent line equal at x equal a equal the slope of f of x at x equal a also. Okay, now we can find the slope of the f of x at a or the tangent line at x equal a by the slope at x equal a. This is equal f prime. We must find the derivative of f of x and find f prime at a. So this means the value of a slope at x equal a, okay, for f of x and the tangent line. Also, we can find the equation of the tangent line. Okay, we can find the equation of the tangent line This is if we have slope at x equal a, this equal f prime of a, and we have x1 and y1, this means equal a and f a. This is the point on the curve or on the tangent line. So y minus y1 equal x minus x1, like this. Okay, what's the value of y1? Y1 equal f a. What's the value of slope? Equal f prime lil a. What's the value of x1? Equal a. So replace y1 and the slope f prime and x1 equal a. Okay, now I need to put it example. Find an equation of the tangent line to the graph of number 1. We need to find the tangent line equation if f of x equal 2x to the power 3 minus 3x squared minus 4 at x equal minus 1. Okay. في أي أسئلة؟ any question؟ دكتور، في طلاب ما يدخلهم ايميلهم، مو راضي يدخلهم مشكلتهم. هاي في طلاب الاغلب دخلهم ايميلاتهم، عندهم مشكلة بالايميل، هاي احنا 5 اسبوع يعالجوا هذه المشكلة. اوكي، طيب the solution, if we need to find the tangent line equation. To find the equation, we must find the point and slope. After that, we can find the equation. Okay, so 3 steps to write the equation. The point, we need to find x1 and y1. This means we need to find -1 and f in -1. Okay, this is the point, x and f of x. Now we need to find f -1. F in -1 equal 2 multiplied by -1 to the power 3 minus 3 -1 squared -4 minus 4. So we need to substitute -1 in f of x. This equal -2, -3, and -4. Okay, so we have -9. So the point equal -1 and -9. This is the point. The slope, if we need to find the slope at x equal -1, this equal f prime at -1, f prime of -1. Now we need to find f prime of x. This equal 6x squared minus 6x. After that, substitute -1, so we have 6 -1 squared minus 6 -1. So we have 12. 6 plus 6 equal 12. Also, sorry. Now we have the slope and the point. Now we can write the equation. If we have the slope equal 12 and the point -1 and -9, this is x1 and this is y1, so y minus y1 equal x minus x1. Y plus 9 equal 12x plus 1, like this. So we have y equal 12x plus 12 minus 9. So the equation equal 12x plus 3. This is the equation of the tangent line. So must find the point, because we have only x equal -1. So we need to find x and y. So substitute x in f of x. After that, find the slope. Find the slope by the derivative, because this is tangent line on the curve. The tangent line slope equal the curve slope at the same x, the value of x. Okay. كيف حليت السلوب يا دكتور؟ احنا قلنا يا زياد السلوب هنا بهذا الشكل. السلوب للتانجنت لاين، يعني شوف هنا الملاحظة اللي كتبت، السلوب للتانجنت لاين تمام هو نفسه equal السلوب ل f of x at x equal a. كيف نوجده؟ نوجده بهذه العلاقة. هذه العلاقة السلوب equal f برايم. تمام، لأنه هنا موجود فقط نقطة وما عندي أي معطيات ثانية للتانجنت لاين. أوكي، فقط نقطة واحدة أو حتى إكس. تمام، لا يفضل تبسيط، يفضل تبسيط يا عبد الرحمن. أوكي طيب، من وين أجت الستة؟ أي ستة؟ أي ستة يا هالة؟ لا تقولي لي الاشتقاق هذه، لا تحكي لي عن الاشتقاق. إذا قصدك على الاشتقاق اطلع من المحاضرة وارجع للمحاضرة الماضية. تمام يا هالة، هذا اشتقاق، يعني كل المحاضرة الماضية أخذناها. شو يعني اف برايم مش مشتقة؟ طيب أميرة بتحكي معي إيش؟ لسه نرجع للباسورد، ما يدخلهم عشان الباسورد لازم يتصلوا على الجامعة. يتصلوا على الجامعة وما يردوا، هم حرين، الطلاب مع الجامعة هم حرين. أنا ما أدخل أي طالب مو رسمي 5 أسابيع وما يردوا، يروحوا على الجامعة ويحلوا مشكلتهم يا أميرة. هاي مشكلة الطالب، 5 أسابيع ما يقدر يعالج مشكلة إيميل. هاي ليه في طلاب لعد أمورهم تمام في الإيميلات؟ يعني تقصير من الطالب واضح. نمبر 2 انتهينا، هذا الملف نغلقه. طالب لازم يدخل بإيميله الرسمي، في مشكلة بإيميله الرسمي يتواصل مع الجامعة. f x equal -x to the power 4 plus 2x to the power 3 minus 2x at x equal 2. نفس المبدأ. If we need to find the equation of the tangent line, we must find the slope, the point. After that, we can find the equation. Point, slope, after that we can find the equation. Okay, the point means we need to find x1 and y1. This is equal to and f2. Now f2 equal negative 2 to the power 4. This negative for the x to the power 4. Okay, so the negative alone. Okay, so we need to substitute 2 to the power 4. All of these multiply by negative plus 2 to the power 3 minus 2 multiply 2 like this. So we have negative 16 plus 16 minus 4. So the point, it's easy, 2 and negative 4, because this is equal negative 4. The slope equal f prime, and substitute 2 in f prime. F prime equal negative 4x to the power 3 plus 6x square minus 2. Now substitute 2. This equal negative 4 2 to the power 3 plus 6 2 to the power 2 minus 2. This equal negative 4 multiply 8. This is negative 32. 6 multiply 4, 24 minus 2. So we have negative 8 to negative 2, negative 10. So the slope, we have the slope negative 10. This is the slope and this is the point. Now we can find the equation. The slope equal negative 10 and the point 2 and negative 4. This is x1 and y1. So we have the equation y minus y1 equal mx minus x1. Y plus 4 equal negative 10 multiplied by x minus 2. Y plus 4 equal negative 10x plus 20. So we have y equal negative 10x and move 4. So we have 20 minus 4 equal 16. Okay. Any question? Okay, clear one. Okay. This is the tangent line. Also, we can ask you about the tangent line in any new rules of derivatives in chapter, I think 4, in chapter 5, and chapter also 6. We have, we can ask you about the find the tangent line equation. Okay. Now we need to use the definition of a derivative to find what? To find the first derivative. Go to the definition of a derivative. To find the first derivative. Sorry. Wait. definition of the derivatives. Definition of a derivative means to find f prime of x, we need to find the limit h goes to 0, f x plus h minus f x over h. This is the definition of a derivative. Limit h goes to 0, we can substitute h 0 if we don't have 0 over 0. But here, if we substitute directly h0, we have f x minus f x over 0, so we have 0 over 0. Okay? Now, if we need to substitute h equals 0, we must remove the h in denominators. Okay? Remove the h in denominators. How can remove that? Look at this. Wait. The first question, example, use the definition of derivatives to find f prime of x. Number 1, if we have f of x equal 3x squared minus 5x. What's the first derivative of 3x squared minus 5x? What's the derivative? Hello, what's the derivative of 3x squared minus 5x? 6x minus 5. 10? Why 10, Ibrahim? 2 multiply 3, 6. Okay, just two students, Afnan and Ibrahim. Nida 6x, 6x ايش؟ 5x equal 5, negative 5x, sorry, negative 5. Okay يا ندى. Okay, أسيل، نايف، سعد، وجدان، إبراهيم، كريم، عبد الرحمن 2. I think this is mistake. 2 multiply 3. Okay, عبد الرحمن. Okay. Now, we need to find the first derivative, but by definition. To find f prime of x by definition, h goes to 0, and we have x plus h minus f(x) over h. This equal, substitute f of x is already given, but x plus h, we need to substitute or replace any x with x plus h. So we have x here and x here, okay, in f of x. Replace x with x plus h square minus 5x, replace x with x plus h. This is what f(x) plus h. Just remove x and put it x plus h square, remove x and put it x plus h, okay? Minus, what's the value of f of x? F of x equal 3x squared minus 5x. This is f of x. Over what? Over h. Now, more simplify. or more simplify, denominator equal h. We have 3 multiplied by x plus h all square. This is equal the first square plus 2 multiply the first multiply the second plus the second square. Okay, minus 5 multiply x and negative 5 multiply h. So we have negative 5x and negative 5h. Also we have negative multiply 3x squared and negative multiply negative 5x. So we have negative 3x squared plus 5x. Okay, now more simplify. We have 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared minus 5x minus 5h minus 3x squared plus 5x over h. After doing more simplify, we can find terms the same value but different sign. Any term without h must be removed. راح تلاحظ انه اي term اي حد ما له علاقة ب h لازم يلتغى، مش انه انا الغيه، لازم يعني هو فعليا يلتغي. اذا ما التغى بكون في عندك خلل. Look at this. We have 3x squared with negative 3x squared. Also we have negative 5 remove with 5x. Okay, so we have limit h goes to 0. What? 6xh plus 3h squared minus 5h over h. Now we can take h as common factor. So we have h multiplied by 6x plus 3h minus 5 over h. Now we can remove h with h. After remove h in denominators, now we can substitute h0. 6x plus 3h minus 5. Now after substitute h equals 0, we can have 6x plus 0 minus 5. So we have 6x minus 5. This is the answer. This is the answer. Okay. So we need doing more simplify to remove h in denominators. After that, we can substitute h equals 0. Okay. Any question? تركي بيقول لي طيب ليش ما اشتقيناها مباشرة؟ شو قال لي هنا يا تركي؟ use definition of derivative. هو طلب مني السؤال، وهذا من الأسئلة اللي عليها درجات، يعني درجات كثيرة. تمام. وطبعا بالتي ام اي عندكم واحد من هالأسئلة هاي يعني. أي سؤال؟ Any question? Any question? Okay, if we have fraction number 2, if f of x equal for example 2 over x minus 4 like this, and we need to find the derivative using definition of a derivative. if we need to use the definition, so f prime of x equal what? Limit f x plus h minus f x over h, and h goes to 0. Now this equal two over x plus h minus 4 minus 2 over x minus 4 over h. Simplify the numerators. We have multiply denominator together, so we have x plus h minus 4 multiplied by x minus 4, and 2 multiplied by x minus 4, and negative 2 multiplied by x plus h minus 4 over h. Okay. Now denominator of denominator, denominator of numerator, denominator. مقام البسط ينزل المقام. So we have h multiplied by x plus h minus 4 and x minus 4. And in numerator we have 2x minus 8 if we multiply 2 with x and with 4, negative 2 with x and h, and negative 4. So we have minus 2x, negative 2h, and plus 8, like this. Look at this. After find or simplify the numerators, we can see we can remove 2x with negative 2x and negative 8 with positive 8. This equal minus 2h over h, x plus h minus 4, and x minus 4. Remove h with h. Now we can remove h with h. So after remove h in denominators, we can also substitute the h equals 0. Now we have negative 2 over x plus h minus 4, sorry, and x minus 4, and h goes to 0. H goes to 0, so this is equal 0. We have minus 2 over x plus 0 minus 4 multiplied by x minus 4. This is the same, two brackets the same. So we have minus 2 over x minus 4 all square. Okay. Any question? المثال اللي قبله ليش حطينا المعطيات بالسالب وهنا لا؟ كيف المعطيات؟ هاي ما فهمت المعطيات تبعتك. هاي ناقص وهاي ناقص ودخلنا السالب، وهنا برضو ناقص ناقص ودخلنا الناقص. هاي اوكي. يعني هنا مش نيجاتيف، وهنا هاي النيجاتيف وهذا النيجاتيف، ودخلنا النيجاتيف على الفانكشن. تمام. YH become to 0. Okay. This is the rules of definition. Okay. الجيشي سعيد فهد. Now, if we have the curve like this, and we have this is the point, we need to find the slope or derivative of at this point, and also we have 2 points here, neighbors. The distance between 2 points equal h, distance equal h. Okay, if we have 2 points close to our point, so the h close to 0, the distance between 2 points close to 0. Okay, the distance equal h, the distance equal h. Okay, so if we have this is point and put it the first point and the second point on this point, so the distance between them close to 0. Okay, ليش ال1 الh 0 not 1. اوكي، نفس الجواب، نفس السؤال، نفس الجواب. دائما بدنا ال h equal 0. الديستانس يعني أي نقطة بدنا نوصل لها نعتبر إنه في نقطة هنا close to the main point. Okay, and we have the second point close to this point. The distance between 2 points equal h. The distance between 2 points h. Okay, the distance between 2 points h. So if we have the close this one, the first point and the second point in the main point, so h, we have h goes to 0, close to the 0. من هنا اجى القانون هذا عشان اقدر احسب التانجنت لاين. يعني هذا السلوب لللاين. If we close more close, so we have this is the line. If we have this one, okay, خليني يعني ازيد الكونكافيتي بهذا الشكل. This is main point and this is the neighbor's point. This is the slope. Okay, so the h, this is the value of h. If we have this is neighbors and this is the parallel of the tangent line, so the h close to minimal. Now if we have the 2 points close and on the main point, so the h goes to 0 and we have the line, this is the tangent line. Okay, and the slope of tangent line means the first derivative at this point. Time. If we have radical, how can find the first derivative? F of x equal radical. For example, 3x minus 2. If we have radical, after substitute, the x plus h, f x plus h, sorry, minus f x over h, and h goes to 0. We have radical 3x plus h minus 2 minus radical 3x minus 2 over h, and h goes to 0. Now, if we need to remove the radical, cannot find the square for both sides. We don't have both sides. We have one side only. Okay, but we have this property. Look at this. If we have a minus b and the product with a plus b, so we have a square minus b square. This is different square. Now, if we have radical A minus radical B, we can multiply this roots with radical A plus radical B, the same roots, but between them plus. This equal the first square, so we have A, and the second square we have B, and between them negative, like this, like this. Okay, this is called conjugate. Conjugate, we have the same terms, but between them positive, not negative. Okay, now we need to multiply. Wait. We need to multiply the both side with conjugate. The numerator and denominators with conjugate. So multiply with 3x plus h minus 2 plus radical 3x minus 2, and we have also the same denominators because we multiply with 1, not multiply just numerator and denominators, must be multiplied denominator and numerators. Okay, not only one of them. هنا ضربنا البسط وفي المقام نفس القيمة كأننا ضربنا في واحد، وهذا not change the value. اوكي، أي قيمة تضربها بواحد تبقى القيمة مثل ما هي، ما بتتغير القيمة. الآن نستنتج من هذا we can conclude that limit h goes to 0, the first one square، يعني نأخذ فقط اللي داخل الجذر واللي داخل الجذر. لما نضرب الجذر ال A في جذر ال A يعني نضرب فقط نأخذ ما داخله. So we have 3x plus h minus 2 minus واللي داخل الجذر الثاني اللي هو 3x minus 2 بهذا الشكل. Okay, over h multiplied by this one. Okay, so we have radical 3 multiply x plus h minus 2 plus radical 3x minus 2. Now this equal, after simplify, (3x plus 3h minus 2 minus 3x plus 2 over h multiplied by radical 3x plus h minus 2 plus radical 3x minus 2. Now we can remove 3x with negative 3x, 2 with negative 2. So we have limit 3h over h multiplied by radical 3x plus h minus 2 plus 3x minus 2. Now we can remove h with h. So we have limit h goes to 0, and we have in numerators equally 3, and in denominators radical 3 multiply x plus h minus 2 plus radical 3x minus 2. Now we can substitute h 0. This is 0. Okay, so we have 3 over the same radical 3x minus 2 plus radical 3x minus 2. So we have 2 from the radical. So we have 3 over 2 3x 2 multiply radical 3x minus 2. This is the first derivative. Any question? Any question? آخر فقرة مو واضحة. آخر فقرة مو واضحة. لما حذفنا الاتش مع الاتش الآن خلاص بدنا نعوض الزيرو صح؟ وين الاتش فقط هنا؟ يعني اكس بلس زيرو لأن الاتش خلاص عوضناها زيرو. اكس بلس زيرو اكس ملتبلاي 3 فعندي فقط 3x minus 2 وبرضو عندي جذر 3x minus 2. لما يجيني مثلا x plus x بنحكي 2x. لما يجيني جذر x زائد جذر الx شو بدنا نحكي 2 من جذر الx. فأنا عندي نفس الجذر radical 3x minus 2 plus radical 3x minus 2. So we have 2 radical 3x minus 2. اوكي لما نعوضنا اوكي لما نعوضنا خلاص اوكي وضحت تمام. Any question? Any question? Now we have the application of the derivatives. The first application we have velocity position, velocity, and acceleration. Position means S of t, okay? And the velocity denoted by v of t, and the acceleration denoted by a of t. Now, what's the relation between position and velocity and acceleration? The relation is, if we find the s prime, so we have v. So, s prime of t equal v of t. If we have the position function of any object, okay, move in the track, and we have the position function, we can find the position, velocity function. Also, if we found the v prime, the derivative of velocity, we have acceleration. So the v prime of t equal at, or s double prime of t equal also at. So the acceleration equal the first derivative of velocity or the second derivative of position. Okay. Now look at this. Now, for example, if we have this object and this track at any time, okay, after 1 hour, 5 minutes, 2 weeks, and so on, we can use the s to find the position, or we can find the s prime to find the velocity, or also we can find s double prime to find the acceleration. Okay. Now this is called t naught, the initial time, and initial velocity equal v t naught. This is the initial velocity. Look at this example. A toy rocket fired straight up into the air has high. So this is the function of high after t feet, sorry, after t second. So now we have the rocket fire up, straight to up. Okay, this is the rocket. Fire up. So this is the position S of t after t time. Okay, this is the position, the distance between the rocket and the ground. Now we need to find the initial velocity. Initial velocity means to find v at time 0, because the initial velocity or initial time equals 0. Now, firstly, we need to find Vt. This equal 160 minus 32t. This is the velocity function. Now, to find V0, this equal 160. So the initial velocity equal what? The initial velocity equal 160. Okay. This is okay. The second, we need to find the velocity after t second. So here we need to find V2. We need to find V2. What's the value of V2? Equal 160 minus 32 multiplied 2. This is the value of V2. So we have V2 equal, V2 means the velocity after 2 time. Maybe second, maybe minute, maybe days, maybe years, okay? And this example, second, let t. So we have 160 minus 64, so we have 96. 96, this is the velocity after 2 seconds. Number C, we need to find the acceleration when time equal 3. Here C. So firstly find AT, this is equal, this is V. Okay, so find the V prime equal minus 32. So at time 3 equal, at time 3, the acceleration equal negative 32. Here the acceleration is fixed, negative 32. So if we substitute t 100, 2, 5, 10, the acceleration fixed, negative 32. Okay, now at what time will the rocket hit the ground? Look at this. The rocket fire up to stable and return to the ground. Okay, so at this moment, the position between the rocket and the ground equal what? Equal 0. The position value equals 0, because the position value, this is the distance between the rocket and the ground. After the rocket hit the ground, after return and go to the ground, so we have the position equal 0. Now we need to find the position equal 0. Here we need to find the time at position equal 0. So we need to find the zeros of S of t. S of t equal 160t minus 16t squared equal 0. So we have t, take t as common factor, we have 160 minus 16t equal 0. Okay. Now we have 2t, t equals 0, or 160 minus 16t equal 0. T equals 0, this is initial. Now we have 16t equal 160, so the time equal 10. The time equal 10. So after 10 seconds, the rocket go back again and smash or hit the ground. Okay. This is number D. Number E, at what velocity will the rocket be travel just this smash into the ground? So we need to, number E, we need to find the velocity after 10 seconds, because after 10 seconds the rocket hit the ground. So the velocity in the moment the rocket hit the ground, so this means we need to find V10, because after 10 seconds the rocket back to the ground. So this is equal 160 minus 32, 10. So we have negative 160. This is the velocity at the moment of the rocket smash in the ground. Now we finished chapter 2, the derivatives, and inshallah next lecture we will start with chapter or tutorial number 3.